There's very little I find more frustrating to draw than a fucking football helmet. I like already royally fucked this up. That's alright. Because this one is, for me, I hate this chair too. It sounds like I'm just farting up a storm anytime I move. I'd actually like to spend. I'd fucking paint this shit. I would oil paint this fucking picture. Like, not what I'm drawing right now, but like a really good version of it. Because it's one of the illest things I've ever seen in my life with my own eyes. And people that are old enough to know it, like, understand what I'm talking about. What's up, James? Jim, sorry. Jim's old enough to remember. Maybe. I haven't watched football in like probably a decade. But I used to go to all the Broncos games. Because my folks were huge Broncos fans, so was I. Until I became a Vikings fan out of just like pure fucking spite. I have a friend of mine who was a huge Niners fan, and then the Vikings beat them in the playoffs one year, and I was like, well, there's my team. Fuck that guy. But because I had had like no imagination today, so I had to draw this for Collide. This was when Steve Atwater fucking ruined Okoye's entire career, which seemed very important to me when I was like 13 or whenever it happened. So, because I do this quickly and it's kind of boring, and like people are actually here, maybe I'll draw something else. As I move in my fart chair. Smell my chair! It farts at you! Plus it's cover in case I actually have gas. Then be like, yeah, it was just the chair, guys, swear to God. Lindsay's puking in the background, just sheer coincidence, has nothing to do with anything but the chair, bros. So now that I've completed that, I'm gonna just draw something else to feel better about myself and my lack of any creativity whatsoever for the word collide. I've seen some good ones. So I always look at Instagram, make sure I'm not copying people and shit. Like, even though I guess it's not really copying if I don't know what people drew and then I drew the same thing, but whatever. Still got 13 minutes to kill. What's up, Alan? I'm trying to think of what. Like, I'm very simple. When I think of collisions, I think of like rams hitting heads or car crashes or like the moon hitting the earth and stuff like that. But tomorrow's is moon, so I should have just saved it and did both the same day. Yeah, so see, like there's nothing. I mean, I'm done. I did it. So I was just thinking if I could think of something more clever, I would have done something else. But so just to make myself feel better, I'll draw some Johnny shit. No, I don't know what Clash of the Triops is. Well, I mean, but the thing is, I can draw my stuff and do that, you know. I just... I have to look it up. Clash of the Triops. Wild. 3-eyed dinosaur shrimp. That is crazy. Well, now, naturally, this cat has to have 3 eyes, because why not? I think I'm gonna go for a loose style. I'm gonna go for my Jim Mafood copy style. Although I can't get really sloppy. I wish some artists are fucking amazing at sloppy work, and I don't know if I'll ever be that guy. I have such a love for hard, good lines. Lines, man, lines. Don't get your head in the fucking gutter. Sea monkeys. Dude, sea monkeys were amazing. What the fuck? They were just bacteria, huh? Were they? That was like one of my favorite episodes of The State, that old MTV show. Like someone like all the sea monkeys showed up. They were all grown up. He had flushed them down the toilet, and they were like back to like settle the score. It was pretty funny. The show was rad. Trying to look at what a shrimp's head looks like. They are strange. But I've already kind of got the shape going, so it works out. It's going to come off as very Cthulhu, though, probably. But that's alright. I have a friend who's a tattoo artist. For real, like, doesn't even... Like, he'll look at something once and never need a reference photo. It's like the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, he did the ceiling of his shop. Well, actually, he's moved since then, but one of the ceiling in his old shop, he oil painted the ceiling, and when you looked up, it looked like you were underneath like a whole, I guess I'd say, school of hammerhead sharks. It was fucking wild, dude. Like, he likes my art, which made me like really happy. This dude is like mega insanely talented, so that felt very good. It was like back like when I did porno and fucking Jeremy Irons complimented my form. People don't know that about Jeremy Irons. He was an old porn star back before Die Hard 3. What's up, false reality check? I've been wanting to sing Gordon this instrumental because it's just ripped off from Clash of the Titans, the 1980s one, which we both like love very much. This is like the Medusa music. Kind of like this dude. I don't know if he's a shrimp for sure, but that's weird. They're little... Screw it, he's gonna have tusks. What is this thing and why is it in my brain? Well, it's actually Alan's fault because he brought up actually, I guess it was Jim that brought it up first, and Alan explained it. You weaving spiders, cats, I tell you what, you are bad influences. I was going to draw a wholesome Christian rock band, which also would have been inspired by Alan. So I guess I'm just basically a big groupie of you guys, and you dictate everything I do. It's kind of fucked up. It's come between me and Lindsay a lot. She's like, you should go out and do your chores, man, person. I'm like, well, I don't know if you saw the last Weaving Spiders, but I don't give a shit about anything but baby goats. And she kicks the shit out of me, and I go do my chores. But I sulk. The entire time I do my chores, boy, do I sulk.
I'm plotting an episode with just you, Jim, and Alan right now.
What's that?
We're plotting an episode with just you, Jim, and Alan.
Uh-oh. Exactly. Chores are for bores.
Do you ever get tired of watching bad things happen to people? That's crazy talk. Look, I probably should have told you this before, but you see, well, insanity runs in my family. He's on the jazz again.
That boy's one mean motherfucker.
I crack myself up. So I'm kind of remembering the way like buffaloes have their horns, but I was like, I should have this creature should have cornrows, which would be fucking hilarious for some reason. Like, I drew a lot of cornrows in high school. Like, I would draw my friends all the time. I've got braids down. I've got afros down. It's crazy. One of my old English teachers actually still has, because I reached out to thank her after Lindsay was like, yeah, teachers like definitely want to hear from their old students. So I reached out to tell her how awesome she was, and she was like, I saved your afro poem with the afro guy drawing, and she still has it to this day. And I was like, that is fucking hilarious. Changing the world one afro drawing at a time. All I drew was gangsters. Like, it's gonna be funny one day, post-mortem, someone's gonna find my sketchbooks from the 90s and be like, dude, this guy was fucking twisted. Because it's all gang shit. It's retarded. Pretty embarrassing. I keep it locked up though, in case I want to run for public office. I don't want anyone to know my historical run with all 17 major gangs. I change gangs a lot. What the hell is this thing? Except his horns are now gonna be branches because I can't not draw branches for some fucked up reason. Vanilla Ice and MC Hammer. Oh, Snake, your lack of good hip hop in the 90s scares me. Although, Jesus Christ, I had hammer pants, I had hammer lines, I had a flat top mullet. It was fucked up, dude. That's why I'm happy these kids these days, dude, it would be so shitty if I would have had like pictures of everything that happened in my youth. I'm like so happy that film was expensive and nobody took tons of pictures, because all of my embarrassing shit is just hidden. No one will ever know. So check this out. If you ever want to know how to draw wood really simply, it's very easy. You just go in weird, almost like circular patterns. It's just a trick on the eyes. You might want to throw like a knot in there. I mean, obviously, if you wanted to shade it and stuff, it would look way better, but... And people are like, oh man, you're so good at wood, bro. You're like, nah, man. I just know the trick that Johnny taught me on that live stream that one time. Talking about wood and shit. I hope the one person watching me on Twitch isn't like a 5-year-old kid. That would be sad. I don't want to be the reason someone learns all of the awful things I say. Timmy's all grown up now. Now I've definitely gone over my 20 minutes. You mosh pitted at Weird Al. That's awesome. My buddy met Weird Al at the mall when he worked at a sporting goods store or something. I was pretty fucking jealous. Actually, the only person I ever met, the only celebrity I ever met that I was not really starstruck over, but was like excited as fuck for, was Bobcat Goldthwait. And like, that just doesn't even make sense, but it kind of does. And yeah, Weird Al would have been another one. I would have been like, dude, UHF is the greatest movie ever made. Although I've never made Lindsay watch it, but I should. Lindsay was explaining to her mom who Bobcat Goldthwait was. That was the funniest shit ever. Her mom's like, who is that? And she's like, you know, that guy that was like, roar, roar, roar. I was like, that's pretty spot on, actually. Like, that's pretty fucking amazing. All I said to Bobcat Goldthwait when I delivered him his pizza, because I knew it was him, it was on the pizza box. All I told him was, your work in Police Academy 2 changed my life. And he laughed really hard and he tipped me like $40. And that's like the coolest thing that's ever happened in my life, actually. Pretty shitty life. And just to make it extra weird, this creature has a human skull nose. There's probably a scientific term for this, but I don't deal with science. Dude, that is awesome. You had a Police Academy action figure? That's amazing. I talked to Bad Religion for a week. Working at a fucking hotel. We were renovating a hotel. They were there. Every time I'd be outside, like one of the cats was always outside smoking because it was like daytime. They were out. I don't know. They were here for they must have been here for 3 or 4 days. I'm talking to this cat all the time. I had no idea who he was. This one dude, like the final day, this construction worker with me was like, dude, you know him? And I was like, no. Like, I've been talking to him, like, every time I see him, he's pretty cool. He's like, dude, it's Bad Religion. I was like, what's that? He was, like, so pissed off. I had no idea what Bad Religion was or who they were. To this day, I've only heard a little bit of their music from Lindsay, but I thought that was pretty funny. But I think that's the way life works because, I mean, if you were in a band, you were, like, touring and stuff, it'd probably get old to, like, talk to people that just, like, worshipped you or something the whole time, I guess. Enough weirdness, I guess. I think that's a fun, weird drawing for the day that has nothing to do with the prompt, but it's only because the prompt one was so quick and uninspired. But shit, I showed up again. I drew again. I'm putting in my little 30 minutes a day of pen drawing to make sure I don't lose the ability to draw. And I get to talk to you beautiful bastards when you show up. And the end. Have a good night.